up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another WARFRAME video. So, needed a day off yesterday, just had a lot of stuff in my mind recently, but we're back, and we'll be going over the Devstream bingo. Basically, my predictions for the Devstream that's coming out tomorrow. Yes, there is a Wednesday Devstream for some reason. This will be a much more important, or maybe not important, but a more special Devstream. How about that, than usual? It'll be the 10th anniversary Devstream. They'll be going over, in their words, what happened in the past in Warframe and what will be happening in the future in Warframe as well. So, if you have been playing Warframe for a long time, this might have a lot of nostalgia for you in this stream. We're going to have the developers that basically left Warframe to go work on Soulframe. They'll be stopping by. We got Sheldon, Scott, Steve, and Jeff. And those were the guys that were usually on the couch, like the art director, the nerf director, all that kind of stuff. Those guys will be coming back from Soulframe. I guess Pablo won't be on the stream, and we'll have those guys instead, and I guess we'll just be reminiscing about old updates, and then hopefully show some Deviri stuff too. But yeah, let's get our prediction list on the screen. We'll be having some fun here. Also get some, since Deviri, people are saying it's going to be like bad Elden Ring. I did some Elden Ring gameplay on stream the other day, so let's get some of that on the screen as well in the meantime. So once Deviri actually comes out, you can realize that Elden Ring is just better, but we'll try it out anyway. Alright, so starting with our bingo card, we have the March Warframe Devstream Numero Dos. For some reason, they delayed the Devstream from February into March, so this is going to be technically our second Devstream in March. So, starting off with predictions. Now, since this is the 10th anniversary, I'm guessing they're going to announce some kind of event. And we get lots of double credit weekends, lots of double XP weekends, but we hardly ever get double resource weekends. And I think that they should give us one of those. There's really not anything going on right now in Warframe. We're waiting for Deviri. We're still going to be waiting probably like another couple weeks for Deviri. How about a double resource weekend to celebrate the 10th anniversary, showing you appreciate your players? The Steel Essence turn-ins did get bottlenecked. We can only get 25 relic packs per week now. Same with Kuva, 25 purchases of Kuva per week. So I say, what's the big deal? Mind you, I'd probably be farming a bunch of Vitus Essence instead, because that's not bottlenecked. But at the same time, double resource weekend. If you remember last year, they accidentally announced one, and then I made a video on it, and then they canceled it after I made my video, and then there was a community outrage, and it got reinstated. Yes, that actually did happen last year, and I recommend you check out some of the videos, search double resource weekend, and then my channel name. It probably will still come up from last year. Yeah, pretty bad. Moving on, though, we have Soulframe images and info. Since we got the lead Soulframe developers on the stream, I'm assuming there will be lots of information about Soulframe, as, it will be an easy marketing push. I mean, they're slowly making this game worse and worse by the day, with the updates that, just are nerfs and all that, and, what do I want to call it? Mini-game updates, pick up the gems? Really? I don't want to talk about pick up the gems right now. But they're slowly making the game worse, and they're making a new game that they're likely going to want you to play. Now, ideally, you'd be playing both games and giving them money for both games, but yeah. I bet there will be some Soulframe info and images on the stream. Next one here, we got the 10 years of stats. This is the 10th anniversary, so, there's going to be potentially some new, ephemera or something. Or like I said, a 10th anniversary event. But either way, the big thing that's going to be happening here is that there's going to be something. So if they show us 10 years of stats, here's the most used frame over the 10 years of Warframe. Big nostalgia. I don't really need to see 10 years of Warframe stats, but if they want to show it, sure. Here's the most used weapon in 10 years, etc., etc. So that would be interesting, but I don't think I really want to waste my time looking at it at the same time. It doesn't really matter to me. Next, this is just to remind you guys, AoE self-damage. Now, I don't think they'd be talking about nerfs on their stream that will be coming out, their big nostalgia 10th anniversary stream, but as recently as November, the developers were showcasing how they would be implementing AoE self-damage nerfs into the game, basically making it where rocket launchers are going to damage you again like they did before. So, as recently as November, they were showing that actually in-game, actively being worked on. So anyone that thinks that it's canceled probably just forgot what happened in November. So, if not on this stream, there might be a brief mention of it. Scott's coming back. He loves to talk about nerfs. So, there might be a brief mention of it on the stream. But just a reminder, that is not going away. Moving on, speaking of people who are on the stream that have been gone for a while, Pets 2.0, one of the guys on the stream, Sheldon, he basically was saying years ago that we were going to do a big pet rework to make all the pets more viable. And he's on WARFRAME now, and none of the pets, excuse me, a few of the pets are viable, and nothing has changed, like, in a long time. We have the Vulpaphilas that come back from the dead, basically a must-use in endurance missions, just because they come back from the dead. Reviving pets is annoying, so that's good. But everything else, it's like, okay, why would I use the Kubrow? Mecha set bonus? Are you not dealing enough damage already? Do you really need the Mecha set bonus? Which companion are you using? The Smita Cat for double resources? Sure. Everything else, it's like convenience, or I guess Sentinels to like sacrifice resources if you're super lazy and don't know how to farm properly. So, Pets 2.0, it's kind of a joke answer. Don't expect to get bingo from this. Maybe, how about this? If they say Pets 2.0 during the stream, or if they read someone's message in chat that says Pets 2.0 and they read it aloud, then you can fill this one in. Alright, now, enough copium from that one. Let's get the high tier copium here. This is going to be a big copium theory right here. Third orb copium theory. Now, listen closely. If we look at the announcement image that DE put out for this dev stream, you will notice that there is the Dax Excalibur skin, the Dax Wisp skin, actually it's called Dex, the Dex Sybaris, and the Dex Furus. These are all accounted for already. And bear with me here, okay, because we're going deep. If the third orb were to be added to the game, think about it. The Profit Taker orb and the Exploiter orb are already in the game. The Profit Taker is on top of Enrichment Labs. The Exploiter orb is near in the Temple of Profit. Those are two of the three main bases on Fortuna. The third base is in this picture. The star base is in this picture. So, technically, it's not completely ridiculous to say that maybe the third orb will be announced going off of this picture right here. No, DE, picking up the gems hasn't driven me insane at all. No, it's going to be the third orb copium theory. Okay, moving on. That's probably not going to happen, but if you really dig deep into that picture, there's potential that could happen, as there is no orb tied to the star base yet on Fortuna. Either way, next one, compilation of old dev streams. So, a bunch of old dev streams like Heroes also like 2018 on the dev stream. Heroes also in like 2020 on the dev stream, blah, blah, blah. They'll probably have something like that. Like, here's like a flip book of us going through all these dev stream intros from years and years. Next one, Dex Ephemera. Like I just showed you, we got Dex Sybaris, we got Dex Furus, we got Dex Wisp, and Excal. How about a Dex skin for everybody in Ephemera? Maybe it will be a thing that comes from like a alert or something. It'll look cool, hopefully. Moving on, next, Nightwave info. This Nightwave we've been on right now has been going for about 4 months, and that's usually how long Nightwaves are supposed to last. Maybe we'll get the... my guess is that they will announce the end date on the dev stream, which they usually give us about 2 weeks notice. So I'm guessing new Nightwave early April. If they don't tell us the newly announced date, man, where's that Nightwave at? It's been 4 months. So either way, I'm expecting new Nightwave info soon, hopefully on the stream, just to make it nice and easy to notice for everybody. But yeah, moving on. Jokes about finally leaving the beta. Since, again, there's lots of nostalgic ones on here. Steve, one of the lead developer guys, he always makes jokes about, oh, we can finally leave the beta now. We can finally leave the beta. Now that we've released Deviri, we can finally leave the beta. I'm pretty much saying there will be a joke like that, word for word, from Steve during the stream, is my guess. Deviri's coming out, time to leave beta. Or it's no longer early access or whatever. So yeah, moving on. No mention of cross-save. Man, we are really hurting for that cross-save. We want those players that are stuck on like PS4 or like Switch or whatever to be able to play on platforms of their choice. Or even reverse, if you're on PC and want to play on your console because you just don't play on PC anymore. That totally is fair. But we need information on when it's coming out because people are just feeling like prisoners on their current platform. Or rather, just not even playing the game on their current platform because it's just not what they play games on anymore. So, I'm guessing no mention of it because they pretty much are saying, you'll know when we know about cross-save. So I'm guessing there's no developments, as the last time they talked about it was like last month. So, yeah. Moving on, audio issues. Wouldn't be a DE stream without audio issues. Like someone saying hi 10 really loud in the background, or kind of some like weird sound effect thing. I wouldn't call it like the audio team talking about how to make sound effects audio issues, but some of those weird ones for Infest were like kind of like, well, I wish I didn't hear that, honestly. I usually mute when they show how to make the sound effects just because there's really goofy stuff that goes on there. Free one in the middle. Next one, I'll probably quit putting this in my Devstream bingos because I'm kind of sick of doing it at this point. Inaros rework info. So Megan did announce an Inaros rework like last year. She said they will be the next Inaros will be the next frame to be reworked, and we have literally zero information on it. Like, me speculating is all the information we have. And actually, no, the only information we really have is Megan saying Inaros is next to get reworked because, what was it? Like, I think she said, like, Yareli players are done complaining or something now. Basically, some other frame got an augment. Oh, I think it was like Gyre and Yareli players aren't complaining anymore, so then they'll do Inaros. It was weird like that, but yeah, it's on their stream. Moving on, modular Arcwing, another thing that they forgot about, or just basically got put on the back burner forever after those devs went to Soulframe. I think it was like Scott or Steve was the one that wanted to do modular Arcwing, which would basically be like Arcwing kit guns or Zaws. Think of it, if you ever built a kit gun or a Zaw, you get to build, pick the parts. Like, okay, let's make this one have more crit chance or whatever. That with Arcwings was shown a while ago and never actually got added to the game. So maybe in Deviri, I guess. Moving on, next mini-game update after Deviri. A very cynical one here. I was in kind of a weird mood when I put this down. But basically, man, can we get like an actual Warframe update after Deviri? I don't want another mini-game update where it's like, you know, rip off Elden Ring or... It's you playing as the Drifter with an entirely new melee combat system for no reason. Yeah, you try to tell me that's not Soulframe, you know, proof of concept stuff? No, it definitely is. Give me an actual Warframe update after this, please. Like Infested Liches... Third Orb, Raids, whatever it has to be. Just no more minigame updates, at least for another year. Come on, man. So, they'll probably talk about what the next update is at some point. Maybe they'll wait until after Deviri is out to talk about it, but yeah, I mean, at least putting some seeds down, just so we know that, like, oh yeah, there's nothing planned after Deviri, could be pretty reassuring to some players. Next one, Deviri delayed again. Can you imagine they delayed Deviri again during this stream? It's like, we said April, but how about actually May? Actually, how about Tennokan? Yeah, oh, come on, Tennokan. I can't really see them doing that, but, you know, at the same time, it's been delayed twice now, so if they need to, I guess go for it. I got a lot more Elden Ring to play before it comes out. Moving on, big nostalgia talk. You can pretty much fill that in for, like, every square on here. They'll be talking about, like, oh, yo, remember when we, remember Maiming Strike? Actually, I doubt they'd say remember Maiming Strike. Let's see, what would DE say remember? Remember when Nidus Prime Access was the most successful one ever sales-wise? Like, maybe they talk about that. But no, I'll probably just, like, talk about the really, really early stages of the game. Like, when people are saying, like, or when the developers are like, oh, we don't even know if people are going to keep logging in. They did keep logging in for their sake. So, yeah. Moving on, big Plaguestar Info 2.0. Basically, Plaguestar is supposed to be coming back at some time this year, but they said they'd be redoing it in some way, and we don't know how that is. So I'm guessing like a complete like redux of Plaguestar, maybe tying some sentience in there, maybe making it where like it's on other planets besides just Earth even. So who knows? Either way, it will probably end up being Forma blueprints instead of fully built Forma is my current theory. So we'll see what ends up happening. If not, I mean it's usually like a summer-ish event, so I guess maybe we can wait another month or two. But yeah, Plaguestar 2.0. And then here's a one that might actually have some good viability to it. Deviri actual release date. So all we know right now for Deviri is that Deviri is coming out in April. I think this Devstream would be a great time to announce the actual release date of Deviri. They should know it because every platform in this game gets the updates on the same days now. Like, I think maybe Switch might not be on the same schedule, but pretty much every platform, okay, we get the updates on March 15th. Everybody's getting the update on March 15th. No one on like PlayStation's like, oh man, I have to wait 2 weeks for the update. No, now we get updates on the same day in this game. For the most part. I'm sure there's some hot fixes that don't go through on everybody, but yeah. So if they release the actual Deviri release date, make sure you check out my channel later in the day. I will have a video going over the official DE release date. Moving on to another funny one, Scott's truck is still broken. One of the guys that will be on this stream is the old Nerf master before Pablo replaced him. And if they are doing an at-home stream, like I'm assuming they will, he has a broken truck in his garage that has not been fixed in like multiple years. So like, just imagine having a broken truck in your garage, just taking up most of the garage or half of the garage, and just not fixing it. So it's kind of like the game. It's like there's a bunch of broken stuff that probably should have gotten fixed, but it's been 3 years. Screw it, let's just not fix it. Just leave it there. Kind of like an analogy for the balance of this game. Moving on, Prime Sure-Footed Nerf, AoE. Now, this one's actually, you can just fill it in right now. They already told us Prime Sure-Footed would be getting nerfed because they're adding self-damage back. the only reason you use prime sure-footed is to alleviate getting knocked over and all that. So you can't alleviate yourself from getting blown up by your Czar. So prime sure-footed will be getting nerfed when they add AoE self-damage back. It's not a theory. It's a promise, guys. There's no way it doesn't happen. All right, moving on, we have no frame with Deviri. Now, I don't know if they really announced this on the stream, but did you know that Varuna was supposed to be the original frame coming out with Deviri, but after Deviri got delayed, Lua's Last Wish, or whatever it's called, Lua's Prey was created instead, and then Varuna got put into that update just out of nowhere. So, Lua's Prey was not supposed to exist, and Citrine's Last Wish is also not supposed to exist. But since Deviri got delayed, we got 2 random filler updates jammed in before Deviri. So my guess is no new frame with Deviri because we got Citrine out of nowhere. It was super random, and then we also got the frame that's supposed to be Deviri in Lua's Prey. So just not expecting a frame in Deviri, but I'm also not expecting them to really announce it. So you could probably already fill that one in. Here's one: show more new Incarnon adapters. So if you've been watching my channel, probably other people's channels too, we've been kind of talking about the leaked Incarnon weapons because we're so bored, we have nothing to do. Where it's oh yeah, there's a new Incarnon Miter coming out. There's a new Incarnon Soma. Maybe roll a rhythm for that. Here's the leaked thing. They showed the Lado and the Bratton, I think a couple others on their stream before. But how about showing us some other ones? How about even showing us the entire list of Incarnon weapons to get us excited for Deviri? That would be really cool. It would kind of ruin a little bit of fun for people, but at the same time, it would give us something to do in the meantime, which is the main thing I'm looking for here for players that are still playing the game. Oh man, go get a Miter Ribbon, go get a Colstar Ribbon, go get a Siberia Ribbon, whatever, Magistar Ribbon. Because DE showed it on the stream, it's super hype. There you go. That would be great, but might not happen. They'll probably be focusing on nostalgia more than new stuff coming out. And the last one, mobile version info. There's supposed to be a mobile version for this game. I think it's in beta right now. But it's not very feature-rich. I don't know if you can do an Eidolon fight on there or anything like that. I haven't looked into it. But at the same time, when's that coming out? Also, I'm guessing cross-save has to come out at the same time that mobile's coming out. So they got their plates full. Deviri, cross-save, mobile version, whatever's after Deviri, because this is supposed to be a live service game where it's not just, okay, one update's out, now let's wait another 6 months. It's it's supposed to be it's supposed to be feel like an alive world. And I think most players can attest it does not feel like a very alive world right now with these one-and-done pick up the gem crappy updates, at least to me, So I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you later on stream tonight, and I'll see you on stream tomorrow for the Devstream overview. And also, of course, if you don't want to watch the stream, I will be doing a Devstream overview video here as well. So I appreciate all the support, guys. Take it easy, and see you next time. Peace.